What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Alright podcast. I'm PK. We got Jamie.
Hello, guys.
And today we're gonna bring you a fucking banger of an episode.
This is gonna be straight fire. I hope. I don't even know myself.
Let's get straight into it. We're not fucking about.
We're getting straight into business, guys. We're in the first minute.
Now, first of all, thanks for listening to our prank calls.
Yeah, facts.
You want to say anything about that?
About the prank calls?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't really hear.
Okay, moving on then.
Well, okay, I will
No, all good.
We got really good support.
Yeah,
we got
did.
really
We
good
did.
support
We
and
did.
feedback from that, and I thank you guys for that. It was genuinely humbling.
People actually really liked it. Like, they actually really liked it.
Yeah.
Especially on Instagram and TikTok. People seem to really like it.
Yeah. It's like, I wouldn't say it's blowing up on TikTok, but like, a
People,
couple hundred people have seen it.
yeah, I
which
think
is-
400 have seen it on the prank call on Instagram too. I think it's like a reel. It just goes out to people now.
That's sick. That's cool.
It is sick. But I went again on Instagram and I made like a little questionnaire thing on what topics people want.
Okay.
So I've written down some topics. The first one, I just want to say really quickly, when I put up a thing on our story on Instagram, asking for topics, do not say me. That's not.
This goes out to you, Avery.
That's not a topic. That goes at Jamie's friend putting me. Me is not
Avery,
a topic.
I love you to bits, but
I don't.
You're not a topic.
I don't love you. You're not a topic. Alright, so I've got 4 written down.
Okay.
4 written down ones I pulled out. We'll start by one.
Alright.
The first one, I don't know what it is. Someone said ram raids. What's that?
Ram raids. Do you not know? How do you not know what a ram raid is?
I don't know.
Did you write down who put it on?
No, I just wrote down what they are.
Ram raids. Damn, that's a pretty interesting topic.
Ram raids.
So it's like where someone like teenagers will get in a car and they'll just drive it into a store.
Are you lot alright?
I was watching this video I think it was 2 days ago, and doctors are doing studies on these kids who are doing these ram raids.
What? Wait, do people actually do them?
It's like at an all-time high at the moment.
So do they just ram into a store and then just back out?
So-
Alright, next door.
No, it's not like that. It's more like the kids, like really young teenagers, because they can't be prosecuted, will go, oh, let's go and, let's go and ram raid a store to get some free shit. And they'll go steal a car. They'll then
They actually steal a car.
Yeah, what's the
Mad.
point of using they're too young to have their own car or a license.
You
They're
guys
all
are-
like 13, 14, 15-year-olds, right?
Ah,
So they're stealing these cars, they're getting in them, and they're just like driving into front of stores. It's getting pretty bad to the point where in Whangarei, I think it was a month ago, someone, instead of driving into the door where the bullets were drove into the brick wall right next to it. I don't think they were right.
I don't think you lot are good. That's a bit interesting. Ram raids.
So
what's your thoughts on it then, I guess?
what are my thoughts?
I'll tell you my thoughts on it. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, the biggest problem you find at the moment is the people who are doing the ram raids are so young.
People who do them are the ones that play GTA non-stop.
Exactly.
You know what's really fucked?
What's that?
Okay, a couple of years ago, I was playing GTA. I think it was about 18 or 19, and I played GTA for 4 days straight. I was just bored, man.
GTA 5.
Yeah, GTA 5. I was just bored, man. I was so bored. I was just playing it for 4 days in a row.
The campaign or online?
A bit of both. Bit of campaign and a bit of
When you get bored of one,
when I'm a
switch
bit bored,
over to the other.
yeah. And so for 4 days straight, I was playing it. I hadn't driven in my car yet. And after the 4 days, I was like, because it was getting close to Christmas time, I was like, I need to go buy some presents. So I went to the warehouse, I got my car, I was driving my car, and I swear to God, I was driving. I saw someone on the street. I was thinking to myself, should I run him over? I swear to God. I swear to God. And then after I thought that in my head, I was like, yo, hold on. What the fuck am I doing?
my.
I pulled over the car, and I was like, nah, did I really just think that? Did I really just think that?
Man.
It's because when you play GTA for 4 hours straight, or 4 days straight, it
Oh,
just fucks with your head.
Yeah, straight up. The biggest problem I found was when I was during lockdown. So there's GTA 5 on PC, but there's also a thing called 5M. So people can make custom servers with mods and all this shit. So they can make their server like custom to their experience. And it's like 5M's heavily orientated around roleplay.
Mm-hmm.
So like say you join the server, and during the whole of lockdown, me and a bunch of mates made a mafia family.
Oh, yeah.
And like it was fun and all, but like you said, after lockdown finished, I got in my car and I genuinely drove on the wrong side of the road because I was so used to driving on the right side.
It was so bullshit.
For you American listeners out there, well, we drive on the other side of the road from you guys. So
Oh yeah, we drive on the wrong side of the road compared to them.
the wrong side. We're the right.
We're the right side. They're the right side. It's like all different. Like we're the same as Australia and England. I think we're the same as England too.
I think a lot of the countries in the world stick to the left-hand side rule.
I think America's just fucked.
They do use inches and gallons as measurements, which is a bit like...
Yeah, you guys are fucked Americans. I'm sorry. I've been to America and it's nice, but you lot...
Yeah, America's all good. It's falling to shit at the moment, but you guys need to fix your measurements.
Fix your shit.
So, back onto the topic of ram raids. So, I was watching this video a couple of days ago, and the biggest problem that doctors are finding is that these 13, 14-year-old kids are not getting caught, but they're coming into hospital with injuries. And they're getting brain injuries and fucking needles in their arm or glass in their arms.
What, from ram raids?
Well, yeah, you think about it, it's the equivalent of 5 car crashes. Mm-hmm. That's what they were saying. Because you're hitting an object that is stationary with bullets or depending on the circumstances. They're hitting these doors at such high speeds that they're getting brain damage from them. Because, well, think about it, in a normal car crash, when you crash, sure, you crash and you collide, but people get brain injuries from that. So what's to stop the kids flooring it into a door and not getting a brain injury? There's nothing stopping them. And most of the cars they're stealing are older 90s cars with no airbags, because they're easier to steal, but they're less safety ratings. So when they floor it into a door, they're just gonna go their head's just gonna smash on the wheel.
Kids are fucked. Kids these days are fucked.
I remember when I was 13, I was fucking making Lego, bruv.
Bro, I was making Mushy Monster videos at 13.
At 13, we were together making
smoothie challenges, smoothie videos, and Mushy Monsters. Shout out Cyrus, I know you're listening to this right now. Bro, we used to make mad Mushy Monster videos.
Exactly, and now these kids these days are like, oh, yo, let's go do a ram raid.
For real. It's like, man, the 12 and 13-year-olds these days they're...
Oh, there's the thunder. It's a really bad day out in Auckland.
Yeah, we got some mad thunder in Auckland.
Bipolar weather.
Alright, so I've got relationship advice.
Alright.
I'm not going to say who it's from, I'm not going to put any names, but this person has said this. My partner cheated on me multiple times, and I stayed with him, but I still think he goes out sometimes. Is that ducks?
Yeah, I just heard ducks. What the heck?
Yo, sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, just give me 1 second.
We gotta check these ducks out.
Give me 1 second. Shut the fuck up!
Where are the ducks?
Sorry, guys. I just had to talk to the ducks real quick. Okay, let me start again.
Hold on. Let me put my headphones on. The ducks. The ducks are going loco.
So, my partner cheated on me, multiple times, and I stayed with him, but still thinks that he goes out sometimes without telling me and does things. When I tell him how I feel, he gaslights me.
Oh shit.
So, what you want to start?
Well, there was no other details.
So it was just that the partner has cheated on this person multiple times, and they're still together. And every time she tries to express her feelings and open up, he gaslights her, and she's just worried that he does it still sometimes.
Okay. The best tip of advice I would give for that is, from what that message says, it seems like a toxic relationship. If he's gaslighting you, you should just get out of there as soon as possible, because it's kind of hard to get out of a relationship down the line. If you get out of this relationship now, your life will be 1,000,000 times better. Sure, it will take a couple of months to heal, but
it may take longer.
It could be longer. It could take you a year or two, but at least on the other side you're going to be a better and healthy person, because gaslighting isn't a healthy thing. And whether or not he knows he's doing it is another thing, but I couldn't be in a relationship with someone gaslighting me. That's just a real shitty thing to do. You don't realize it right now, but it does take a toll on your mental health. But yeah, what are your thoughts on it, Phoenix?
I say if it keeps you up at night and it's really bothering you, then you need to do something about it.
The
Like,
way she's talking about it, it seems like she.
it seems like it bothers her a lot. Like, if I was in her position, and I had a partner that, like, for me, if you cheat on me, like, it's over. I can't. I don't want to deal with that. It's different for everyone.
Yeah, it's different for everyone.
But just me personally, I can't, man. It just makes me sick.
It's more of a fact as well that you need to have. I'm not saying you don't, but you need to have more self-respect for yourself, because
Exactly.
how, like, if he's gaslighting you 24/7, he's just gonna keep getting away with it. You need to actually stand up for yourself, because, you know, standing up for yourself actually can make a difference. And if you actually show him that, hey, you're gaslighting me, if you bring it up to him, of course he's going to deny it, but if he keeps denying it after you've bought the facts, I'd say, okay, if you want to approach this the best way, a couple of weeks before you bring it up to him, write down all the things he's gaslighted you on, so you have facts, you actually have proof. And when it comes to the confrontation, it will be hard, trust me, it will. But if you have those facts written down, you can refer back to them and say, hey, on this situation, you gaslighted me here, for this reason. And then if he doesn't want to change anything about him, just leave him. Because people who are not willing to change, or, like, realize their flaws and not want to better themselves, that's their own fault. Have respect for yourself and realize that it's a fucking toxic relationship and you need to get out. Because gaslighting is not healthy whatsoever.
Yeah, it seems like he's cheated on her a few times as well.
Yeah.
Like, a few times, and, like, you really need to realize that if it's happening, like 5 times or whatever, you gotta realize he can keep on apologizing, but if he keeps on doing it, is it really worth it? Is it worth keeping you up at night? Like, you need to think about yourself, how you're feeling, and what's best for you. Because what's best for you could be, like, it sounds shit, but maybe, like, moving on.
Yeah, and it will be hard.
It'll be so hard, man.
But you'll feel like a better person on the other side, and you'll feel so much healthier. And, like, this is something I've noticed with a lot of relationships, not just, like, specific ones, but with a relationship, if someone's gaslighting and you don't confront them about it, they won't change. Because that's their comfort zone. They see that as their comfort, and why would they leave their comfort zone for no reason? So you've got to think, like, if you want them to stop, you got to confront them about it, and if they don't change, you got to leave, because that's the best and healthy option for you.
Exactly.
And I highly doubt, if you do want to stay in a relationship with this man, if you get married to him, I highly doubt you want to be married to someone who's gaslighting you 24/7.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot more loyal. Exactly. All right. Well, I mean, I hope we I hope we answered your question there. Yeah, the next two are simple ones.
Simple, alright.
Very innocent. This one, who would you play in a movie? I'll play Spider-Man. I'm gonna say it straight up. I want to play Spider-Man.
Who would I play in a movie? Do we have to pick, like, a already existing movie?
Like, you could pick any movie you want.
Alright.
For me, I would love to play Spider-Man. I want to play Spider-Man. I want to play Spider-Man or Johnny Storm. Human Torch from Fantastic Four. That'd be a dream come true.
I want to play. Have you ever heard of the movie Point Break?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so
But I've only seen the new one though.
What? The new one's my favorite, like, favorite all-time movie.
Yeah.
I'd want to play the main character in that.
That's a pretty good movie.
It's one of those. I don't even know how to explain it. It's one of those movies that I've loved. I watched it a couple years back, and it's just an all-time favorite. And it's like, don't get me wrong, it's a shit movie. The acting's bad. The cinematography's good. The action scenes are good. Just the acting's horrible. But, like, I love the film.
I'd love to do animated movies like Pixar. Like, if I was to ever become, like, a big time actor, the 3 franchises I would love to be a part of would be, like, Pixar. I would love to be in a Marvel movie.
Who wouldn't want to be in a Marvel
Bro, I want to
movie?
play Johnny Storm, man, the Human Torch. And I want to be in a Fast and Furious movie. But it looks like 10 and 11 is the last one, so it's a little bit...
Bro, they kind of ruined the most recent Fast and Furious.
Yeah, Fast 9 wasn't too good. But Fast 10 and 11, the last two, like Part 1 and Part 2 is going to be good. Hey, I just want to quickly say, speaking of Part 1 and Part 2, my movie trailer's coming out tomorrow. Okay, guys, I worked really hard on it for 6 years.
It's going to be a good film.
It's over 2 hours long. Okay, it's called How Fast Deal Devil Part 1. Spent 6 years working on it. I actually did spend 6 years.
So, you've spent 6 years on this one film?
No, so I've spent 6 years making like 10 films.
The How Fast series.
Nine films, like a whole bunch of different movies, and I'll just put them. And this is kind of like the end game.
If you want to see me in a film upcoming, guys, watch the next film.
You were in chapter 5.
I thought it was chapter 6.
No, it was chapter 5. I advertised it as chapter 6, but then I delayed something. But it's chapter 5 and chapter 10.
So how is this movie gonna link into the previous one? I would say.
So there's 9 movies before this.
Yeah.
Everything that's happened in those 9 movies are put together into this one movie, and it's very simple. Like, it's nothing too complicated. Like, the first hour and 20 minutes is done and edited, and I've watched through it, and it makes sense. I've showed people, and they understand it, and they actually really like it. There's not too much action. It's just real, like, emotional scenes, and it's quite sad. So yeah, it comes out March. I'm excited.
There's also a lot of I'm not sure for the first hour and 20 minutes, but for the scenes that we were doing together, we did a lot of prop like
improv.
We obviously did a lot of improv, but we did a lot of prop design, well, not prop design, but thinking about the props.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to work on. Every single movie, trying to make it better, and the prop design is something I've got to work on. Work on that, but yeah, make sure you see that tomorrow.
It'll be a good film. I'm really excited for it. Genuinely.
It'll be finished in January, but it comes out in March, so that gives me heaps of time to show it to people and work on it.
Yeah, facts.
So yeah, that's my story. Next is okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. So someone put down Kanye and his silliness, but here's the thing, right? I'm not too knowledgeable with all of that. I know that he said some pretty fucked things.
Yeah,
I know he's been saying some pretty fucked things, but you probably know it a lot better than I do.
Yeah. So the big fuss about Kanye recently is he got his.
I heard that he has to pay $200,000 a month in child support. I heard that today. Apparently,
true.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
That's like pocket change to him. Let's be real.
To be fair, he makes so much, millions of dollars.
Didn't he lose heaps of money though? Like, he lost brand deals and stuff.
Well, because he made a stupid tweet about I think I may be wrong, but he said something pretty crappy about the Jews. Apparently, he also said that slavery was a choice in America, which is a bit of a odd comment.
It's a bit of an odd one.
Pretty sure the slaves didn't choose to be slaves, but Kanye, you can do your own thing. Pretty much what happened is he tweeted that, and he lost his deal with Adidas. You know, the Yeezys. He lost.
They still sell them though, don't they?
Yeah. So what happened is they dropped Kanye from the dealership or deal, but because Adidas owns the full rights to the company, they can still sell the Yeezy Boost 350s. But I think they're just releasing them under a separate name.
Wow.
And it's a pretty crappy thing, but he's also been dropped from Apple Music. I listened to Essential Radio, which
I swear, didn't he make his own music streaming service or something?
I don't know. I don't think he did. He had his own documentary on Netflix, and I think that's been scrubbed as well.
Really?
Yeah.
It actually got scrapped.
No, it didn't get scrapped. It got released, but because of recent events, it's been scrubbed off Netflix. Well, yeah. So I listened to
Come on the podcast. Seems like you need it.
Facts. I listen to Essential Radios. It releases a new episode every Friday. It's sort of a podcast. It goes over an album each week, and it's an anniversary, and it tells you the facts and how the album was made. There was a Kanye album on there. It was College Dropout. College Graduation or something like that. College Dropout, and the 90s album, 90s to 2000 album. It was a really good album. And it was on the Essentials Radio, and then a couple of weeks ago I was looking for it when this news first dropped about him saying slavery's an option and all that stuff, and it had been scrubbed off Apple Music.
Mad.
So a lot of companies are really mad at him.
Kanye.
Personally, I don't agree with what he's saying, because slavery isn't a fucking choice. It's pretty obvious, but
yeah.
I saw a video 2-3 days ago about her. It was apparently all planned.
What was planned?
The whole tweet, because he didn't want to have a deal partnership with Adidas. He wanted to apparently drop it in a way.
He said something yesterday or something I heard, or maybe it was this morning, and it was something crazy and outrageous. I can't remember what it was though. What was it?
Pretty much the video I was watching, he was like, so this was all the plan, and you'll never see anyone in the news get their dealership or deals partnerships dropped because of a simple tweet. This is like the most fucked up thing that's ever happened in the history of the world. And I'm like, there's a lot worse things like the Holocaust.
Do you like Kanye? Let me ask you. Do you like him?
Okay.
If he invited you around for a cup of tea, are you saying, you know what, Kanye? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's have that cup of tea.
I would do it, but to interview him for content.
What if there's no interview? Just you and him, no cameras, no audio devices. He just wants to sit down and be like, yo, Jamie, it's me, Kanye. Let's have a tea.
I'll do it.
Really?
Even though I'm not like personally I don't really like him. I love his music. I'm a fan of his music. Not his new shit, his old shit. I love the old Kanye. That there's like an old song that goes, I miss the old Kanye, straight out the news Kanye. He made a song about it. But yeah, I love Kanye's old shit, but his new shit's a bit like, yeah, it's a bit odd.
I don't want to get attacked, but I'm going to just go ahead and say it. I have not listened to any of his new stuff. I've listened to his old stuff.
His old stuff.
He's just not someone that I like listen to a lot. I don't hate him. I'm sure his music is great. I just don't listen to it a lot.
It's like his new stuff is more like choir orientated, lot more not acapella, but like choir vocals. So a lot of backing tracks and a lot less samples compared to what he used when he first started. He used so many samples from old music, mixing them up. And he's kind of gravitated away from that. He still does use samples, but not as heavily as he did in the previous albums, which I prefer because it just sounded better. And like there were songs you knew that he's chopping up and rapping to, which was cool.
He ran for president too, didn't he?
Yeah, for 2020, I don't think he got far though. I don't even think he made it to like the actual election. He like, I don't know how the politics or shit work in America, but I'm pretty sure you go up for running and people vote for you, and then you go to the second stage, and then that's like the head of the party. And then whatever party gets voted in wins. But I don't even think he made it to like the party stage to get voted.
You'll get it next time. You'll get it next time, Kanye.
2024, let's go.
I'm sure you'll get it next time. We'll see.
Yeah, Kanye's a bit of a nutter. He's a bit off the loops, but hey, he can do whatever he wants. Yeah. And like I remember a month ago there was like a video on TikTok and it's like, I feel bad for Kanye and shit. And I'm like, well, he kind of did it to himself. Like, I understand mental health's a serious topic, but there's some point you got to realize that you're just doing this shit to yourself.
Yeah, that's facts.
And he most of the shit that he's caused is because of himself. Like, the shit that he did to Taylor Swift at one of the Grammys.
Hey,
like,
what?
Did you hear about that?
No.
So a couple of,
Taylor Swift?
10 years
Surely
ago,
not.
Taylor Swift was getting a Grammy or an award for an album she released. Kanye gets up on stage, takes the award off her, and says, yo, Taylor Swift didn't deserve this, and then he said someone else. I haven't seen the video in ages.
Is that real?
Yeah, so
what the fuck?
It was a bit of a random moment, and everyone hated on Kanye because of it. Because like, well, if you're getting an award and someone snatches off you and says, "Oh, you don't deserve this," someone else does. That's a pretty shitty thing to do.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is great.
I'm personally not a fan, but she didn't deserve it.
She used to date Loki.
Did she?
Yeah, she used to date Loki.
True. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of her, but she don't deserve that.
No,
you know?
she don't deserve that. No, she don't.
She's a nice person from what I've heard.
Yeah, she
don't
is.
Deserve shit like that, especially when you've put so much hard work into an album. Damn, there's some road rage up the road.
Yo, if you guys can hear, there's a bit of road rage.
You Aucklanders need to chill out on the roads, for real. Okay, going into the next topic, we were just talking about this, and we want to do a new topic called like a movie review every week.
Yeah, a little segment. We'll do it every week, I reckon.
Yeah, of course. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
So this week we haven't decided on the film yet, but we've decided we're going to assign ourselves a task to watch the film, and we'll come back next week to review the film. Yep. So, what movie are we going to watch?
I reckon it's got to be a movie that we've never seen before.
Where's my phone? If I find my phone. Oh, here it is.
I reckon we watch Titanic.
I've seen it though.
I've never seen it. What's a movie we've never seen before?
Well, I got a list. Okay. Have you seen Curious George?
Of course, I love Curious George.
I
promise next week we'll actually do the movie review. Don't worry, guys. We'll actually do the movie review.
The Aviator?
Never heard of it. Let's watch it. Sure.
Okay, The Aviator is our movie
that's
of the week.
Awesome.
Here for the YouTube listeners, you probably can't see this, but it's a film.
Awesome.
I'll run up to the camera.
So we're going to watch The Aviator next week for our movie review podcast. So stay tuned next week because we're going to watch it this weekend, and we'll come back next week and we'll review the movie for you guys.
That was like horrible. You guys wouldn't be able to see that. Wasn't in focus at all. But yeah, we'll watch the film this week, and we'll let you guys know
Awesome.
how it goes. Got to do our weekly weekend catch up.
Oh yes.
How was your weekend, Phoenix?
What? Let me think. What did I do on the weekend? I filmed my movie on Sunday. Saturday, I definitely did something, but I can't even remember. What did I do, man? I think I just chilled at home. I'm pretty sure I just chilled at home. Oh, it's Christmas time too. So, have you done any Christmas shopping? I go Christmas shopping. That's what I did. How was your weekend? You do Christmas shopping?
I want to go Christmas shopping. I'm just like hardcore broke at the moment, so.
Your family's watching this right now, like, oh, fuck you then.
Nah, our family's done a bit of an odd thing this year. So we're the parents aren't buying for each other. The parents only have to buy for the kids, and I'm not classified as a kid anymore. So therefore, I have to buy presents for kids, but I don't have to buy it for the older. Because I've got a lot of brothers and sisters. So
how many?
I got one brother and 3 sisters.
One brother.
And they all have kids. So if I have to buy 8 different presents. I'm an uncle times 8. So. Which I don't mind. I love being an uncle. Like, it's the most awesome thing in the world. But I don't have the money to buy 8 presents.
Yeah, I don't think my uncle would have spent money on like 14 presents. Fuck that. I mean, I'm not an uncle. I can't wait to be an uncle. It's gonna be years and years until I'm an uncle. My brother's 11, so I'll give it like 15 years before he has a kid, probably.
That's still far away, but I reckon you enjoy being an uncle.
It's it'll be cool.
That's real sick. What did I do this weekend? So, we went to Waiheke Island this weekend to go see Tom Scott for his concert at Avondale Bowling Club in Auckland. So we decided to book an Airbnb for the weekend, and it was a good weekend. Hate to call my friends out like this, but
yeah, fuck you guys. I don't know what they did. Just
it was a bit more of like they were just complaining the whole time. It just
Oh.
caused me a bunch of stress, and it's like, it's a bit of a shit thing considering I poured $500.
Yo, listen, hold up. What's your mates' names?
Tarquin.
Tarquin and the gang. Camera on me, okay? Tarquin and the gang.
His name's not actually. They're not yet Tarquin, but
Okay.
Stage names.
Tarquin, what are you doing, man? Your boy Jamie has spent so much money on such a solid weekend just to have you guys complain. Listen, I'm talking to everybody here. If your friend does something for you, don't you dare ever complain.
It's not.
No, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to interrupt you, but don't you dare ever complain about something when your friend does something for you. Sorry, man, it just eats my heart out.
It's more the.
No, I'm not done. Your friend did something nice for you. You have to say thank you.
Facts. It's more of the fact that I went through all that stress for 4 weeks. I spent $500.
Exactly.
They spent $100 to $200 each.
What?
And that I wasn't fussed about money. It was more I went through all that stress for 4 weeks and the stress of planning it all, and I didn't get a simple thanks from anyone.
You get a thank you.
I got a thank you from one person out of the 8 that came.
What's his name?
Matthew.
My guy Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you
It
for
was
the
very
thank you.
appreciated.
And the rest of you guys, come on, man.
But yeah, the Friday. Okay, so just come back to the weekend. The Friday night was very interesting. So we decided to go to the Tom Scott, and as soon as we got to the ferry, there was a lot of complications. So to start off the Friday, we're like, okay, we're gonna meet up by my granddad's to park our cars because it's free parking. We'll get on the bus and we'll head to the city centre to get the ferry. Simple. But I packed a massive bag, which was about 30 kilos.
How come?
Because I had my sub, my speakers, my weighted blanket, podcast gear, laptop, all that shit. So I was like, fuck, my bag's too heavy to take on the bus. Like, there's no weight limit to bags on a bus, but I don't want to be carrying around a 30-kilo bag around Queen Street and town.
Yeah,
it's
Queen
just
Street's
not ideal.
pretty fucked.
Well, walking
Some
from the
weird
top
people.
of Queen Street all the way down to the ferry building at the bottom is a bit of a mish with a 30-kilo bag.
Weird people there.
So me and my friend Conrad, we ended up getting a Uber.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, oh, it's going to be $70. That's a bit dear, but $70 is like, I was like, okay, that's fine.
$70 for the Uber?
Yeah, this is just for the Uber.
Where are you Ubering to? Madagascar?
From Onehunga to city centre, which is only a 20-minute drive. Not even that.
$70.
I think it was because there was a lot on happening that day. Either way, so I was like, okay, I've just got to bite the bullet and just take the L on this one. So I booked the Uber, and I get the Uber comfort, because it's an extra $5. Well, I thought it was an extra $5. So but the rest of the boys bugger off, go catch the bus. Me and Conrad load up the car with all of the bags, and we take it to the ferry terminal building. And we time it to the point where we had to get the 3 o'clock ferry. And we were hoping to meet up all at the ferry terminal, so we just get on the ferry and go to Waiheke Island. Everyone has their own bag. But if you didn't know, public transport in Auckland is so fucked.
I'm gonna tell you, I haven't taken public transport in 4 years.
You don't want to.
Really? It's been 4 years since I've been on a train, bus, or anything.
So they caught the bus from Onehunga to city centre, and they were like 5 minutes late. So it gets to the point where it gets to 2:50, and we've got like 10 bags with us, and we're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Because 10 bags between 2 people is a bit mental. So we're like, okay, we're just gonna have to take the L on this one again and buy a ferry ticket, and then just catch the ferry to the island, because they were on the public transport. They had all of the AT hop cards, so that's what makes the ferry cheap and affordable. But because they were catching the bus and we were catching Uber, we gave our AT hop cards to the people on the bus. So we went to go buy the ferry ticket, and it's an additional $12, just simply if you're buying it like a paper ticket. So Conrad was complaining, he's like, fuck this, the fucking ferry's way too expensive, all this shit. And I'm like, Conrad, we have to go on this ferry, because I don't want to sit around here for another half an hour waiting for these guys. And he's like, okay. So I buy the ticket for him. It was $66 for the 2 tickets just to get there. We wait in line, get on the ferry, we get to Waiheke Island, and we're like, okay, I'll just order an Uber again, hoping it will be... Oh yeah, back to the story of the Uber. So the Uber said $70, but it charged me $110.
What? Why?
I have no clue.
Huh?
I don't know. I have no fucking recollection of why or how.
Bro, Uber, get fucked.
Uber's a bit cooked, eh? So, yeah, long story short, we get to Waiheke Island. There's no Uber on Waiheke Island. So
How
we catch
come?
the bus.
Oh, it's an island, lol.
Yeah, it's like literal the furthest island away. It takes an hour to get there. So, get to the island, go to order an Uber. Uber's unavailable. Okay, we'll just catch the bus. Get on the bus. We've realised we don't have AT hop cards, but there's no way to buy AT hop cards at the ferry terminal. You have to go into Waiheke Island.
Wait, what's an AT hop card?
An AT hop card is like... Pardon me, is a...
Is that little blue card?
Yeah, it's the blue card that you just tap on off the bus. So you put money on the card, you tap on, and then once you're done getting off the bus, you tap off and it just charges you.
Easy.
So it's real simple, and it's fun. So we talked to the bus driver, and we're like, oh fuck, our AT hop cards with our bros who are coming on the ferry right now, could we get on the bus? And he's like, yeah, sure. Fucking, he lets us on for free.
Oh, what a legend.
Yeah, absolute legend of bus driver.
Bus driver Frank, my guy.
This is where things start to go south. So I had 2 bags. I had my big 30-kilo bag, but I also had another bag that had all of my alcohol in it and food for the weekend. So we get on the bus, and because I was managing 10 different bags, it was a bit of a, I didn't want to forget any bags. So we get dropped off at our bus stop right outside our Airbnb. We get out, we count the bags, and we're walking down the road, and Conrad's like, I feel like we've forgotten a bag. And I'm like, no, we haven't. And then I think about it for a second, I'm like, I just yell, I'm like, fuck, I forgot my food.
Okay, at least it's not like you're, at least
yeah, I'd prefer that to go missing, but it was more of the problem that I had barely any money to begin with.
Wait, what was in there?
Food and alcohol.
So you lost the food and alcohol bags?
Yeah.
What kind of food?
Just food
like
for
chips
the
and
weekend.
stuff, like.
It was cookable food.
Oh,
so
okay.
like HelloFresh meals.
Yeah.
I packed 2 of those, like a $200 bottle of gin, bit of fucking ciders,
Where
couple
was
of
it?
beers. Sorry.
Where'd you leave it?
On the bus.
Could you get it back? Surely.
No.
Really?
I tried contacting them, and they said they don't know where it is. So what we think happened is someone on the bus saw it.
Someone's just found a bag full of alcohol and
took
food.
it. Yeah.
That's
It was a bit
stupid.
sad. But yeah, so we ended up getting to the Airbnb. Everything's all good, chill. We ended up going to the concert. Really good concert.
Right, who was it again? Tom Scott.
Tom Scott, Avondale Bowling Club.
My guy, Tom Scott.
Absolute fucking legend.
I love you, man. I've been a fan of him for years.
Have you ever been in a mosh pit before?
No.
I fucking hate mosh pits.
Bro, okay, and by the way, I've never met. I've only just recently known who Tom Scott is. I'm not gonna tell you the whole story, because my cousin Cyrus has got one of the best mosh pit stories ever. It's so funny, And I will get him on the podcast to explain it because, Cyrus, if you're listening, I know you are. I'm going to get you on here one day and he's going to explain the whole thing. You're going to have your mind blown, so stay tuned for that. Okay, I'm sorry, continue.
No, yeah, you're all right. So we get to the mosh pit and it's all good, but the one thing I hate about mosh pits is because I'm short. I wouldn't say I'm overly short, but I would consider myself shorter than the average person.
Mm-hmm.
We get in the mosh pit and I'm standing there and I have a good view for the first 10 minutes. And then people start piling in that are like 6 foot. So they're blocking my view and I just get pissed off because I can't see shit. I come to this concert, I'm just looking around the seats at the top, I'm like, I wish I was there right now.
Yeah, you come to see Tom Scott, you didn't come to see a fucking mosh pit.
No, I didn't come to see people's heads.
Yeah,
so me and my mates, it started getting to the point where people were getting really crowded in the mosh pit and they were dancing, which I have no problem with.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're dancing into people and you ask them, so one of my mates was like, oh, could you stop like dancing into me? Because he was like leaning back into him and bumping him, and she's like, oh, just move back. But if you've never been in a mosh pit, you would never know, like, you can't move back because there are people piled behind you.
Yeah, I've never been into a mosh pit. I've never done like an actual proper like festival or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to go on a mosh pit again.
I want to go, just experience it.
It's like
something I want to do on my bucket list. Go to a mosh pit.
We ended up moving to the side of the walls, which we had a way better view of, and it was overall a really good night. We ended up going home around 10:30. Then on the sad day, we did acid. Acid's one hell of a drug, man.
You're good leaving that in?
Yeah, I don't mind. It's one of those drugs that like is fun, but fuck it doesn't fry you, but it like the next couple of days just leaves you so rattled.
Yeah. But
we had a good time. It was a overall good weekend. People could have been a lot more timely.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I reckon it was a good weekend. Just apart from the complaints, everything was.
That's good. That's good.
And then obviously I had filming on Sunday with Phoenix for the film.
Yeah. Which
went really well. Met some new bros, and it was overall a good weekend.
Yeah, met the camera crew in that. Yeah, I was just filming and shopping and doing some like online meetings and stuff. That's all I did on the weekend.
Man.
I saw a movie, Glass Onion. You seen Knives Out before?
I've heard of it.
Bro, Knives Out's so good. It's a sequel, Glass Onion. Yeah, you'd like it.
So what's Knives Out about?
It's just a murder mystery. I can't explain.
What's
You have to. I don't know what it's on.
It's just a movie.
It's a movie, yeah.
Oh, okay. So it'll probably be like just on.
Yeah, I won't explain a bit. Just watch it. It's like one of those. It's just murder mystery.
Alright.
It's good. It's good. It's like one of those real murder mysteries where you actually have no idea what's going on.
Oh shit.
It's good.
How long's the movie?
Like 2 hours or something. Glass Onion, the sequel I saw on the weekend was good too.
So it's not a prequel. It's a sequel for after.
It's a sequel, but they're kind of like, it's 2 different murder mysteries.
Oh, gotcha.
But with the same detective and different actors.
Oh.
You know, I want to say, you went to Waiheke Island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is random. You know on Snapchat, how like, you got that little man and he's on the map.
Yeah, snap maps.
Yeah, snap map. So obviously your snap map was in Waiheke Island.
Yeah.
Sometimes it glitches, right?
Yeah.
Because I was at home one night, and I was my mate was coming over to do some filming.
Yeah.
And I was on the snap map, seeing how far away he is. Oh, he's nearly down the road. And I look down further. My friend, she's in the middle of the ocean. I text her. I take a screenshot and I send it to her. I'm like, yo, you good? You going for a fish?
Going for a bit of a swim, cuz.
It's a glitch. So I just wanted to know, like, sometimes is that glitch for you?
For me, no, because I don't know. Like, I find that with newer phones, it doesn't glitch as bad because it has more accurate GPS locations. But say if you're on the coast, like say if you're on the coast of a beach, and you don't have good reception, your phone will glitch out and say you're in the middle of the water.
So I was so confused. I'm like, surely she's like going on a boat trip or something.
But then again, you can like be on a boat and you can.
Yeah, she wasn't though. I was like, she had no idea. I know she knew, but she said it was a glitch.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I want to know that. I want to do that just to prank, just to fuck with people. I want to put myself in the middle of the ocean.
Damn.
But yeah.
Either way, I think that.
I think we've reached good time. Anything you want to say?
No. Thank you guys for listening. It was
third week doing this.
Yeah, third week. Thank you.
Unfortunately, we are going to retire. This is the last one. But it's been fun.
It was a good run, guys.
No. Well, we might have a guest soon.
Oh,
Probably not next episode, but the week after.
Yeah,
she's funny.
Yes.
She's a good friend of mine.
I'm keen. I'm so keen. Yeah, but thank you guys for all the support. It truly means a lot. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Year Alright podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.
Fuck you guys.
Chirp.
I'm kidding. I love you guys.